So now let's get into the case study, which I've selected here, which I call Confucius. So Confucius is a strong day master and also well supported by element. And you can look at the Gui water in the day pillar that really has a strong support to the Jia wood in the heavenly stem. Okay, and then we have the Jia wood actually combining with the G earth in the hour pillar that produces earth, and also it indicates the benevolence. And therefore, with all these traits together, it actually brings this person to think that I'm here for you, I'm here for everyone. However, you can see there's two DE in this chart, one in the year pillar and one in the month pillar. So when we have a DE in the year and a month pillar, it also indicates that this individual is not too sensitive of what's happening around the community, the society, around the friends, and also in a work environment. So it's like as much as this person thinks that I'm here, I can help anyone, but there's also a doubt in himself where you think, do I really know what I'm doing? Okay, and let's look here. Okay, the dragon in the day pillar has a harm relationship with the rabbit in the month pillar, and this harm brings anxiety. So this individual already like doesn't know what is not clear or not sensitive to what's around, what's happening around, and he has doubts over his actions. And in addition, there is this anxiety coming in, so it really creates a lot of confusion to this individual. Internally, he's confused. Okay, he wants to do something, he wants to help, and he's so charitable that he always wants to give and give, but again, he doesn't know if what he's giving, the things that he's doing, it's really the right things, or he's also not sure if those are the right actions that will actually benefit people. Okay, let's look at the luck pillar. So currently this individual is in the Wushen luck pillar, the earth monkey, and the earth counters the run in the year pillar. So this counter, it will actually bring the traits, okay, of being tactful and mutual benefit to this individual. But let's look at the next one. We also see a tiger and monkey clash, okay, between the luck pillar and also the year pillar. But I would say that it's good. If you see, I didn't indicate the counter and clash in red, but instead I put it in green. It's because I actually see that these are positive countering and clash. And why? So when the monkey clash into the tiger and the year pillar is a DE, so there's a chance that it will clash away the death and emptiness, and this will bring more clarity to this individual. Yeah, but one thing, since it's a clash and it's a monkey and tiger clash, so this clash brings on emotional thoughts, emotional pressure, and also perhaps accidents. And when the heavenly stem clashes and the earthly branch clashes at the same time, so we call this a Fan Yin pillar. Okay. So next thing, we can see like the Wu Earth combines with the Gui water, okay, and this produces fire, and it makes this individual smart. Okay, so in this luck pillar is like this individual will come across as being smarter. And also fire is the output of Jia Chen Day Master. So what it means here is like this individual will need to do more, produce more, and has the capability to produce more valuable output. Okay, and then we can see the Jia wood in the day pillar countering the Wu earth in the luck pillar, and this counter, the Jia counters Wu. It also makes this person to be more determined. Okay, just imagine the big tree that is controlling the earth. Okay, it's gathering all the earth together and I would say hold it in place, right? And then we have the monkey in the luck pillar combining with the snake in the hour pillar that produces water. And water represents wisdom. Water is also the resource element of the Jia wood. So you can see how strong is this luck pillar. It has all the elements that supports the day master to level up or to go to the next level, to make a big change, which is I would say a positive change. Yeah. However, when the monkey meets with the snake, it also brings about a destruction relationship which causes disturbance. So what it means over here is like this is a period, this is a luck period where this individual will need to make changes to the belief, changes to the ambition, perhaps throw out the old belief and replace it with a new one, now that he's more aware or more clear with what's happening out there, that he can actually take note, observe, and assess, okay, to make that shift in himself. So in this luck pillar, when the snake and tiger and the monkey meets together, it forms an ungrateful punishment. But again, punishment are just emotional. It's self-inflicted. So it's you think that people are ungrateful to you, but it could also be that it's your actions that's being ungrateful to others. Okay. So if you see an ungrateful punishment in your chart, or it forms through some luck pillar or annual pillar, you just need to take note of your own emotions and your thoughts, and what is it causing you to feel that way. Because for punishment, you can avoid it entirely. You just need to uplift your EQ. Alright? So this individual is a Fan Yin luck pillar, and you know, when we have a Fan Yin, there's a lot of changes that's happening. It also means that there'll be a lot of pressure, and also maybe a lot of events which is not anticipated, which could bring some emotional turmoil and just uneasiness. So this is where we see the DE becomes positive, because the DE is there. So whatever painful moments that you need to go through, that you need to force yourself to get over with, the DE actually lessen that effect by half. But having said that, it's like whatever achievements that you will get, it will also be discounted. Yeah, so it balances out. So let's look at 2020, the Geng Zi year. So the Geng in 2020 counters the Jia wood in the day. So this indicates like the individual may not be thinking practically. There could be things that he wants to achieve, but he may not have I would say he may not have thought it through. Okay, okay, into the details to assess if this is practical, if this is realistic, or what is it that he wants to achieve or he wants to get, yeah? And then we have the rat in the 2020 that combines, I would say, that forms an uncivilized punishment with the rabbit in the month pillar. So again, it's a punishment. So when it's a punishment, it's very much inside, self-inflicted, and it's just your emotional thoughts. Okay? Let's look at this further, yeah? When we say uncivilized, what does it mean to you? Like, what is civilized to start with? So every culture, every other person, like every other group, company, countries, ethnic, they all of us have different definition of civilization. Okay, so when we say uncivilized punishment, it's really up to the individual's perception of what is uncivilized. So in other words, we can also put this like unethical conduct. So I would like to bring in the story of Robin Hood. Do you think Robin Hood is unethical? Look at it this way. He steals, right? He steals from the rich. So the rich will think that he's a thief, label him as a thief, and he's unethical, which is true because he steals. And that's provided that stealing from the rich and giving to the poor is unethical in your perception. So Robin Hood steals from the rich, but whatever that he takes, he give it to the poor to help the poor. So the poor look at him as a hero, right? So look at it from this angle. So is he being unethical or uncivilized? So you see what I mean here? And this is just up to the perception of yourself. You just need to know what is your intention. Okay? Let's look at 2021. So 2021, we have the ox and dragon in a day pillar combining, I would say, forming a destruction relationship, and it brings about obstacle. So the destruction over here, it actually means that something needs to end for a new beginning to start. So since this actually impacts this destruction impacts the spouse balance, it could mean that you need to revive the relationship with your spouse. Okay, change the way you approach your spouse, or perhaps changing role and changing status. So let's look at changing role. What are the options that can help you to make this destruction in a positive manner? So let's say at home, if your spouse are the one who is usually managing the bills, paying the bills, maybe for this year, step by step, you can take over that role. Like you can take over like paying one bill and then just chip in so that your spouse can assume a different role or something taken off from your spouse while you take over. Okay, this is one way. Okay, another one is like if you're not married yet, you can get married. If you are single, you can go look for a partner. So a distraction is good for that as well. So another way where if you're married, you can assume like if you have been the one, okay, that has always been demanding. So for 2021, try a role where you are the one who would want to understand. You are the one where to be more, I would say, kind, and sentimental. Now these are the things that you can do, right? And being in a spouse palace is also in yourself, your day master. It's not only your spouse that needs your relationship with your spouse that will be affected with the destruction. It will also mean that your relationship with other people, okay, how you interact with other people, how you manage relationship also will need to change. So look at yourself as like what are the habits that you want to get rid of to change. This is a good year. Okay, so look at this. In the luck pillar, there is a destruction between the monkey and the snake, and then and this impacts the owl pillar. And then in 2021, there's another destruction between the ox and the dragon. This impacts the day pillar, and both destructions are impacting your internal, which is the hour and day pillar. So this indicates that you need to have a new start, starting from how you think, how you behave, your character, your personality. Okay, that's where you start with, right? So I would say for this individual, go for a breakthrough. You just need to align your thoughts, okay? You just need to change your belief and you can do it. All right, let's go to the next pillar. Next pillar over here, we have Earth Horse, which I call Rearing Horse. So Earth Horse individuals are people who just want to get things done, yeah? They don't really bother about what's happening around them, and their vision is all in front. Get it done, and get it done. So let's look at the elements. Okay, we see over here is a fire produce earth, and it's the self, your belief producing your actions. So it's very straightforward over here. Let's get into the details. So these are the people who think that nothing can stop them, nothing can stop me. They just want to get things done and just don't bother, okay? Just get it done. So they need to learn to hold their horses, because as much as they are galloping in front, as much as they are rushing to the front with all the might and skills they have, the people that they work with may not be able to catch up with them. So that's when they lose traction, and at the end of the day they may end up being, the only one that is doing the things, the only one that is still standing in a team, and just the only one, because the rest of the people just can't catch up with them. So for Earth House Day Master, they need to list down what you can do, okay? And then you got to identify what value are you bringing. And you got to ask yourself, right? For this value that you are bringing, what is your intention? What is your purpose? Or why do you want to bring this value? Are these the values that you want to exhibit in the first place? And you got to ask yourself, how do I turn my resources into value? Identify what resources you have, and so you need to learn to manage your risks. Okay, because when you're gushing in front, okay, and you're not paying attention to what's around you, you are prone to a lot of attacks from the external. Okay, so that's where you need to pay attention to what's happening. You need to know what risk is ahead or beside, or what risk that could could crop up, okay, with the actions that you are doing. And you need to know what skills you have, identify your skills, as well as act to your intent. Means you need to keep reminding yourself of your actions. Okay? And you need to focus your action and also shift where is necessary. Okay? For example, now you are gushing all the way in front at let's say 20 kilometers per hour. Okay? But as you are progressing, you notice that these people that's working with you, they are struggling to catch up. So that's when you need to slow down, okay, and shift your attention to your team, the people that's working with you, to understand what struggles they are going through and to help them to upskill or to improve or to fill in the gap so that they can be progressing in front at 20 kilometers per hour like you. Alright, so this is what it means by you need to focus your action and shift your target where is necessary. Let's look at a case study. So for this case study, I've selected this one called the Autocrat. So this profile is a strong day master and is very well supported by the resource element. Okay, and there's also abundance of opportunity represented by water. And you can see the HO in the month pillar is deeply rooted, okay, in the hidden stems of the year and the hour pillar. So this individual is a very strong HO. So this makes him think that I'm the boss. So get it done. Right? So in the day pillar, we have the young earth, the wool earth, countering the run water in the hour pillar. But this counter is not at all bad because it brings around like tactful traits. Also would think mutual benefit. Then the think in the year pillar also counters the sing in the month pillar. And this relationship brings on, I would say, skillful. Okay, it will help this individual to be skillful. But on the other hand, this individual may also, I would say, turn out or be seen as being manipulative. But with the DE in the year pillar, this individual may not be aware, okay, of what's happening out there. So his sensitivity of the feelings and emotions of people around, the people he worked with, may not be too good. Okay, so to be straight, he doesn't care how others feel. So he just wants to get things done. As long as things are done, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Let's look at the luck pillar. So he's in the Wushan Earth Monkey luck pillar. And here we can see the Wu actually counters the run water in the hour pillar, and this brings about thoughts of being mutual benefit, will make him being more tactful. And we have the monkey that forms a harm relationship with a pig, which brings about conflict. So this will be conflicts at work. And let's look at 2020. We have the Geng Ziye. So the rat clashes with the horse in the day master, and this creates mood swings. Yeah, so the entire year he will not feel easy. And another thing about the rat and horse clash is this clash will actually push you into the limelight. Okay, you will have people just paying attention to your actions. They will be very interested. Just suddenly this year, there will be more people interested in what you're doing. Okay, and how you're spending your time. So whether you are doing things or not doing things, you will still be seen. Okay, so I would say better do the things that you want others to see. And the red in 2020 also combines with the ox in the year pillar, and this produces earth, which strengthens the day master, and also this promotes stability. Okay, so we look at here. This individual is already a strong day master, a strong earth day master, and with the additional earth comes in, it will further strengthen the day master. So it could also indicate that in this year 2020, this individual will be more stubborn in a way, more highly principled. Okay, then this comes in, yeah, the pig in the month pillar, the ox in the year pillar, and the rat in 2020 actually forms a water combo. So you have very strong earth, and now here comes water, so it actually balances the elements between water and earth. All right, but what this actually indicates is, like, water is a wealth element to this individual. So it does mean that in 2020 there are more opportunities for this individual to grab. But water element is also represents being emotional, maybe fickle-minded at some point. So these are the traits that will come along with the opportunities. So this individual may feel like under pressure, maybe a bit emotional, especially with the rat and horse clash. So that will actually put him in an uneasy moment. Okay, but nevertheless, there's a lot of opportunities out there. So this individual as Earth, if he's able to control the water, which is the opportunities that's coming in, then it's a very good year. Okay, so let's look at 2021. We have the thing in the year pillar countering the sink in 2021, and this brings about, like, it will make him seem like he's manipulative, but I would say that it's a skill that we need in today's world to, I won't say to survive, but I would say to thrive, because it's just this perception of the word manipulative that people would think that it's a negative thing. But if you think about it, at work or whatever you do, if you want to get things done, you need to know how to maneuver yourself with the situation, right? To, I would say, gracefully get over your obstacles. So I don't see this as a negative trait. I would say that this is a survival skill. And then the ox in 2021 forms a harm relationship with the horse in the day pillar. So what this relationship represents is that is that unwillingness to understand or unwillingness to accept, okay, what's happening. And also maybe with yourself, your spouse relationship. So if you look at this harm relationship is formed between the annual pillar, the 2021, with your spouse, fellas. So it could indicate that, yeah, you will find that your spouse doesn't understand you, or you don't understand your spouse, or there would be, miscommunication, misunderstanding, just like that, yeah. But Again, the harm, it's actually emotional. It doesn't really bring physical harm. It's your thoughts. So you just need to strengthen your thoughts, and I would say uplift your EQ, things will be fine. Okay, over here, if you look at it, in 2020, there is a clash with your spouse palace, okay, which really brings about a lot of mood swings. And in 2021, there's a harm relationship with your spouse palace. So it's continuous 2 years where you have an implication or effect on the spouse palace. So then you might ask me, does this mean that does this indicate a divorce? I would say no. It's just more of, if you're aware of it, you don't need to get into the situation where it ends up in a divorce, right? So clash just means changes. So you just change the way, like you deal with your spouse. Just change your approach. And then for the harm, it's just emotional. You just need to be aware of the emotional. I would say when you have ox and horse harm relationship, okay, it's actually a very good opportunity if you would put in the effort to understand each other. Because although it's called a harm, but this energy promotes better understanding if you choose to. So you gotta, I would say, be conscious about your emotions, and be aware that you have the tendency of not understanding, not willing to understand, and it comes from you. Then you would be able to control your actions, yeah, and choose the right actions to take. Okay, so the ox in 2021 also has punishment relationship with a dog in the hour pillar. And this punishment relationship, again, punishment is emotional and you can actually control it. So you just need to be aware of your emotion. You need to be aware of what are the trigger points, because the ox and dog actually I would say it will make you be more aggressive in your action, maybe in your temperament. Okay, you just need to be aware of that, and also find what are the buttons, okay, what are the trigger points that will trigger you to be aggressive, because it's the trigger point of what causes you to be aggressive that needs your attention for action. Maybe it's something where I would say if you hear a certain word and then your temperament kicks in and you become aggressive, you may want to go and find out what that word means to you, and why is it whenever you hear that word your emotion is triggered. Okay, so that's where you need to focus on. Find out why, and why is it that you have such a reaction to that trigger. Okay, so for this individual, you need to know who are your foes and who are your allies, so that you don't step on the wrong tail. Okay, and also you don't push away people who are supporting you. All right, that's all for my case study. That's all I have to share for this session. So thank you for your support, and thank you everyone.